You see him, he's already into the inside wall. Not sure. More than likely, there was probably some contact coming off turn number 4. And Colin hit really, really hard on the inside wall. There he is right now racing the 87 of Chris Jones. That's a lap truck right there.
Oh, he just comes up and gets on the inside of the lap truck. That's all on Colin right there. You know, he just lost. He was driving his truck hard. It got sideways, made contact, and
just took place.
See, Matt's on the outside. He just gets by the 48 of Brian Silas. Little tap down there going in turn number 1.
Oh, and it looked like Matt or Tyler had a flat tire.
Looked like he had a flat tire when he went in the corner. There was no contact with the side. There was no contact from Matt Crafton that caused that tire to go down.
He just look at all the track position he's getting ready to leave.
07 involved as well.
So I got the 09 got into the side of the 07. Let's take a ride along with John Westholt in this Zaxby's Ford. See the 07 gets sideways up off the corner. Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no worry. Just tried to avoid that 07.
The 07 gets away with it. and the
off to he's on the inside of John Wood. John's a lap down right now. You see him get a little bit loose right in the center. And he's going to continue to try to save this truck. And he just about has it saved, and then it swings back the other way and just gets away from him. And the guys were trying to get behind the bottom, and Jeff Green comes along, and he was basically in the middle of a couple trucks and really had nowhere to go.
Yeah, nobody could predict where Jimmy was going. He was wobbling.
Jimmy didn't know where he was going.
No, and Jeff Green didn't have a clue. You can see he just gets loose on the inside. You know, he's battling that truck hard, trying to keep it out of the outside wall, and eventually it goes around with him.
He just got farther and farther out of shape. The more times it went back and forth, and here comes Jeff with nowhere to go. Just got the lucky dog, and unfortunately now he's got some considerable damage. Watch Jimmy drive that thing. Watch him steer that thing inside that truck.
His hands are working extremely hard.
And that's all going down at well over 100 miles an hour. Yeah. He's out of control. You know, you think about running 100 miles an hour, that's a big deal, and he's out of control running 100 miles an hour.
Good job getting by. You see Brian's on the inside of Rick Crawford. He gets loose. He's going to spin, stay down on the bottom of the race, but watch these guys go every direction there. David Starr just stops, and then Timothy Peters had that 5 truck of Mike Skinner on the outside, so he really couldn't go up and couldn't get it turned down in time.
The spotters are crazy on the radio right now saying, got a spinner, go high, go high, go low, do something, and they almost make it through right to the very end.
So let's take a look at from Mike Skinner's on board. You see him, he's on the outside of right there. That's Dennis Sitzer right in front of him. You see him. Mike's going way, way wide there, which was a pretty good move. Ooh, he got the 15 of David Strimmy that almost clipped his nose on the way by.
Check out Musgrave here. The spins up ahead. Everybody's slowing down. Look at the mess Ted's looking at. And
very close,
to the inside of him, they pile into one another. And that right front tire goes away. Poor Timothy Peters on the outside of him bounces off of Jeff Green, but then he runs Terry Cook right into the outside wall. So we felt like that tire was having the oil. This is interesting. The 48 and the 21 get together, get into one. You can see the 13.
You saw Todd Bodine and Scott Speed go by now. Watch this.
It's a long time afterwards that these two, but you can't see, Phil. You're coming down the front stretch. You have no idea there's 2 trucks laid up in the middle of the corner. You're waiting on your spotter to tell you what's going on.
Like we talked before, it's hard to see around these corners. There's real time right there. You see the 48 back in the wall. Now watch up going in one. You see Ron was slowing down, and Jack got in the back of Ron, actually pushed him a little bit. Ron may have been able to avoid it on the high side. There's the 2 right there of Jack Sprague. Didn't get quite as much damage as Ron, but it's probably going to put it into Ron's night.
It almost looked like the 2 got a hold of the 33 and knocked him sideways. And then Ron was trying to save his truck and stop his truck, and he didn't have room to do both.
It's right along.
There's Ron Hornaday right there. You're going to see the 2 get back into the back of Ron. Now he's sideways. You can hear the rear brakes locking up and wheel hopping because Ron was on the brakes so hard, but unfortunately wasn't enough.
You know, we said you can't see what's going on down in the corner. Ron Hornaday had a better view of what was going on than Jack Sprague did. Jack was all up underneath the back of Ron. When Ron got off the gas, he hit his teammate and knocked him into the crash. Right. Check this log jam out. It all happened with a little contact from Ted to Jack, and the guy that paid the price was about 5 or 6 trucks back.
Yeah, very little damage, though, to that 08 Gunbroker's truck, so he ought to be able to get back in this thing. There are only 18 trucks right now on the lead lap. There's another view. You see, our Eric Donnell was going to duck to the inside to get by Chad McCumbee. Jason had already stuck his nose up in there. Just a little bit of contact, enough to turn him around.
And already, because we are so short on lap, this will end. They will have 1 chance to go 2 laps.
Man,
just got away from him there.
We've seen that a lot tonight.
Really
we talked about the tires are softer this time, but yet trucks are jumping out from underneath guys.
Saw it earlier with Jimmy Johnson.
Nice job by Brendan Gaughan avoiding that incident.
That was a
high
battle
side.
for the 12th, 13th spot.
Yeah, all the way back.